Hi
Hey
guys,
guys!
welcome back to Double Trouble channel. It's sunny day in London and we're super excited because finally we have finished watching.
With love, Meghan.
Today we would like to discuss episode number 8, the last one, and in my opinion, the best one. Well,
In
at
my
least in
no,
my opinion, it was the most visually beautiful.
in my opinion, it was probably the worst one. I will
Ah,
explain why. Visually, everything is amazing. The picture is perfect. It's stunning. Everything, setting, flowers, colors, garden. I already pointed out how Meghan is always dressed. Everything is amazing. But straight to the point, straight to the most important thing. Everyone waited for Harry to appear, and she is going to celebrate the launch of her business.
mhm.
This is massive for her, let's be honest. Of course, we are waiting for him to arrive, but she's saying
It's a
about
brunch
her,
in the backyard of the rented house.
but she's saying about her own husband. My lovely husband is popping by.
Mhm.
Okay, honestly, it's extremely weird. Why your husband is popping by to his own house, because they're kind of playing that it's their house, to the party, and this party is so important for you, and he's popping by. This is extremely weird. First thing. Second thing, when he arrives, he's just walking like this.
Before arriving, we are very curious because we discussed this before with Lena, if it's only in our culture, and we want to ask you guys if that is weird in your culture as well, that her mother was the last one, but he was after all the other guests. He arrived
Yeah.
later than all the other guests, and in our culture it's super weird because he should have been there to support
Of
her
course.
and greet all
And greet the guests.
That was for us super strange. Second thing is that she was pouring champagne to all of the guests, including the husband.
And she's asking him, would you like bubbles? But isn't it weird that he was the one who was supposed to be there and to ask her this question? Then
You
they're
haven't noticed
glued
this.
to
You
each
haven't noticed
other.
this, but I thought that in every single episode she's way too
I
touchy with
haven't-
all the
No,
guests.
but-
So there, for me, it was weird that he greeted her, and then all of the guests went to the other side of the table, and she was the only person from one side of the table, like she is on the pedestal or something like that, and everyone else was watching her with like ready to praise. For me, it just looked uncomfortable and awkward
To
and
me,
weird.
I don't have anything against the fact that she was here and her friends were there, but if we all know that they were always glued to each other, always holding hands, it is so weird, and it's such a drastic change now to see that he's not standing right behind her, he's standing there, one hand in his pocket, another hand is holding the glass of bubbles, and he's clearly unhappy because, let's be honest, he's not smiling, he's just bored and he's looking like this.
But even I think
this.
the way he was dressed, it a bit contradicted all the vibe of the show, no? Because most of the guests were also dressed up, and he was wearing like, I think, dark jeans and a shirt. So he was more Californian laid-back style, which she tries to kind of advertise for the whole world. And he was supposed to be this preppy English guy, and it's the other way around. So to me, it just felt weird.
And only at the very end, she, not he, but she comes to him and he says, oh, you did a great job, I love it. They hug, but it feels like it's so scripted, like they had to do that, because if, let's be honest, if they wouldn't have done that, that would be such a cold interaction between them. They're not even standing close to each other. This is so weird.
So these are only our speculation. I haven't even noticed in the beginning you paused and showed me all of these awkward scenes, how he looks at her from the other side of the table. I haven't noticed it because I was not that attentive. That's why we are super curious to find out what you think. If you watched the episode, did you notice the same things as we did? I wanted to ask about the table. So I have one thing. Everything looked stunning. It was a dream brunch for me. But I have exactly the same question every single episode. Why did she have to put those cookies in the
I
plastic?
didn't notice them.
You didn't notice them?
On the table,
Oh,
no.
there was a tray with like all of the stunning food, and then there was one plate with cookies. They were in plastic, and also one other thing. I don't understand why she had to label everything, including hot kettle. For me, it was just super weird. She has stunning handwriting. I think she should receive a credit for that. But it's too much to write everywhere.
And why do you even have to do that? Imagine we're going to the brunch. Why everything has to be labeled? I don't see any point in this.
It's because she doesn't want to be asked all of the time, what are we eating? What is this? What is this? And I find it super strange because I think in a lot of ways it's kind of an icebreaker. No?
Of course, this is a communication.
And I've never seen every single food on the table being labeled. Also,
why did she have to prepare menus?
I have no idea, but I wrote down the things that we've seen there. It was crepes, quiche, vegetable, fruit, English muffins, preserves, and drinks, coffee and tea. To be honest, I think most people can understand what it is without a label, no?
Of course. Imagine the situation. She shows us the table, but the cuisine is like molecular cuisine.
Yeah,
very
a lot of
often,
ingredients.
The combination of very interesting ingredients, and you have no idea what this dish is about. Then, of course, I agree. You need a menu. You need to explain people, but honestly, like her guests, they know what English muffin is about.
In the beginning, she invites legendary chef Alice Waters to help her prepare for brunch.
Yep.
And that's where A- situation
and then
happened.
Meghan says that she had an A-, but she explains that she will take A- for a little bit of character. First of all, why does she even have to explain us? And to justify that she had an A-.
I think
then she contradicts herself, because if she needs to explain us why she received an A-, it means that she's in the pursuit of perfection, right? But then she says
but let's be honest, all 8 episodes, she tries to make everything super perfect, and then she says phrasing, no fuss, thought.
But in the 8 episodes, she says a phrase, we are not in the pursuit of perfection, we are in the pursuit of joy. Really?
I don't know. I think I see joy a bit differently, but
to me, the whole show was really about the pursuit of perfection, because if you're preparing biscuits for your dog and they are in the perfect shape of the bone, then I wouldn't say that we are not in the pursuit of perfection. We are.
Also, for I think like 5 minutes, she tells us how excited she is that Alice Waters is going to come and help her. And I think there were like massive fangirl vibes.
Yeah.
I found them very strange because she prepared for Alice 2 presents. I read before that she has love bombed Alice. This is how she has persuaded her to participate in the show. And when I saw this episode, I understood why. She gave her earrings and something else in a huge box. She wrapped them, and there was a handwritten note and a bow and everything, as usual, perfection. And then, to me, it was very strange because Alice comes and she gives her garlic bouquet, and
which was nice,
very cute. And also Alice seemed to me like a very
simple, down to earth
and very charming lady.
Yeah.
I would watch a show with her.
I liked her.
And she gives her a garlic bouquet, and it was so cute because I think it was very genuine. She tells us that they bonded over cooking and gardening, and organic food. And Alice, I think, is very genuine when she gives her garlic bouquet without any wrapping, and it was, I think, so thoughtful, and she knew that they're going to cook.
Simple and nice.
Simple and nice. She was just herself, and Meghan gives her expensive big presents, and then when she receives these garlic, she says, "Oh, that's so funny because I was thinking of giving you carrot bouquet."
I haven't
I,
noticed that
I
part.
thought that this was so not genuine because she prepared two presents for her. It was just not genuine. I don't think she was thinking of giving her carrots. I think she saw her present or her bouquet and then she thought, oh, I should have done this. And she pretended that it was what she was intending to give her.
Probably.
And then in this episode, she never gave her these presents. She probably gave her after the show, but they didn't show it.
I have a question. They showed us multiple times Archie's chic inn, but it's not her house. So they pretended that this is Archie's chic inn that they just constructed for the show, or this Archie's chic inn was actually in her home, because
So
I don't
it's-
understand how it
So
works.
it's possible that they just filmed it at her home,
Okay.
or the other one, the possibility is that they actually transferred all the chickens to that place.
whoa.
But then if they have, because she explains that this is, I think there are, I don't remember the number, but some of the chickens were saved. And I
Yeah,
thought
this,
that this
this
is
I
very,
liked.
very, very
This is
nice
nice.
of them. And two, they got from their friends, and she told her that the kids named them. So these are not the chickens that belonged to the owners of that house. These should have been her chickens.
Yeah.
But if they moved the chickens from their home, I think it's really strange because we
It's
talked
really
about the
strange.
dog
It's
before.
really strange.
I think it's stress for animals, and I don't understand why move the chickens to another place. So I don't know.
This was
I have
weird.
no idea. I wanted to ask you actually the same question, but let's go back to the second thing. We also said straight away that for sure Archie Chicken Inn will be one of the products that she's going to sell because it's the second time they show it
100%. Yeah.
in the episode
The X, yeah.
6, I think, no, 7. She prepares a basket and there are also chickens, and her friend tells, "Oh, Archie Chicken,
This
I
is
like
a
them."
good advertisement, so I'm sure that a lot of people will buy this X, and this is a good advertisement.
Because
But-
the preserves are already on her website, and I think that's the first product that she has started selling. Okay, one more question. So I was super excited when they said in the episode that they are going to prepare quiche. I love quiches, and this is my go-to dish that I love making. I was super excited, and because I thought, oh, I'm gonna learn finally, at least in episode 8, I'm gonna learn definitely one dish, which one I want to recreate. And then I was very disappointed. I'll explain why. I think it was way too simple. To be honest, the tart was already ready. The only thing that they've done was mix eggs, milk, double cream, and then they just placed pieces of
Vegetable.
tomato, not even vegetables, pieces of tomatoes, and they put it into the oven. To be honest, I find it super weird to show us the simplest recipe.
This is so
like
simple.
there should be something more interesting than that. She invited this amazing chef, and then they've done the most simple thing ever.
The next two things that I disliked. First, I really don't like that they pushed and they said all of the time, "Oh, come on, you can grow your own vegetables even if you live in the flat in London."
Okay, so we both live in
so we
flats
live in
in
London. How many vegetables can I grow in the flat in London?
0.
5 tomatoes. First question, then second question. Why does she have to put everything in these plastic bags? Why did she have to put biscuits in plastic bags? Why couldn't she put biscuits in paper bags? Why
To be honest,
she
I
needs to
don't
show a lot
understand.
of plastic?
To be honest, I really don't understand why she had to give the biscuits in general. Like, to be honest, most of the time, no one eats things like that when they are gifted.
Why? No, I would eat biscuits if I am gifted biscuits. I would definitely eat them. But I don't think that it's okay to put everything in plastic bags. No.
Okay, so I have a lot of more questions, but I think we should record
Yeah.
a video of our overall opinions about
Yep.
the show. And please go ahead and watch it. It's going to be our next episode.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.